In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ketchup Court. I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and this is Source and Order, the day that Robert Baker completely took over, completely ruined this case, in my opinion. And we have got to see his car crash of a testimony from last episode after Anna Crescentini's testimony, who is Monica's sister, big sister. We got to hear a lot of gems from that testimony, and we got to discuss how it is going to impact the defense case going on. Nothing could have prepared me for a lot of the things that Baker was testifying to, because I noticed quite a few things wrong with his testimony, and I gotta wait for it to like develop before I can actually look back and track it with Austin's testimony, because he gave testimony in regards to what happened on the first attempts that I just know is off. I just know it's off. So so if you are joining for the first time, hi. This is Source and Order. We do weekly analysis streams of selected cases that I wanted to take a look at before doing a full trial recap. On this occasion, this is the Monica Sementilli case, the case I didn't really get a chance to look at when it was on back in February. It's a 37-day trial, so it's a bit of a long one. But we are now on day 28, and I have been watching this all through week by week, and I finished Isabella Sementilli testimony. So not really finished. I'm still trying to finish the cross-examination, but that's the next one up. So there's a lot to unpack on this show, on today's episode. So let's go into what we have in store for today. So what has been established? What I'm going to say is what has been established so far. Let's look at what has been established with Baker's testimony. So he has been on previously, right? Before being recalled back onto the stand, he was on testifying to the relationship between him and Monica. He also testified in regards to how often they communicated, for example, and when they even started communicating, how the mode of communication. He was saying that he was the one that introduced her to Viber, etc. So he also salacious testimony in regards to having a criminal conviction history with a minor. Like that's just insane. He was in a relationship with a minor, and to top it off, he got married to the same minor. Like, do you know how, like, I don't want to cause judgment because I don't know everything, but I have this curiosity, right? What did Monica see in this guy to cheat on the husband with her? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting digressed because I'm not really. Well, yeah, it is a digression, because we did this. I think on the episode 5 or episode 6, one of the episodes, we dived into why people may cheat, and dissatisfaction was one of them. But there's a level of dissatisfaction I just didn't expect from Monica. Hey, random girl, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. It's evening over here in the UK. Well, nighttime really. So yeah, good night to good evening to everyone that are probably watching and lurking in the UK. But yeah, random girl, thank you so much for joining. But anyway, what has been established so far? He had influenced Monica to engage in relations with others. This was established when we went through his testimony before Anna Crescentini came onto the stand. So he had Monica, well, I wouldn't say he was the one to push her to do it, but he said he was more of a person that wasn't the jealous type. He would let Monica do whatever she wants. So Monica ended up sleeping with other men of her choice, and sometimes they would have threesomes, etc. So it seems like Monica was living the freaky deaky life. And he also testified that he killed Fabio, her husband. He killed Fabio because he wanted to be with Monica. I have a lot of issues with that, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know what to make of that kind of testimony. That just seems like a flimsy excuse. But let's just let's see how it goes, and then I'll come back and interrogate that. When we were doing the last week episode, we were on his direct examination. His being Robert Baker's direct examination. We were on that discussing, and he was going through pretty much Monica's involvement, and he was also denying the threesome of Birdsong, between him and Birdsong and Monica. He also testified to how Austin got involved, which was basically him reaching out, telling Austin he's got a job. Austin was pretty much interested. He said that Austin paid for his own flights and everything, and I just had a lot of issues with that because we brought up on the last episode. I'm not gonna go through it here, but there was just a lot of things wrong with that testimony, especially with the fact that Austin didn't have a lot of money, but how he used we also went through how he used Monica to carry out the first attempt, and basically the defense was trying to paint the picture that Monica was basically unawares of what was going on, and Baker would use that ignorance to basically say, hey, what's Fabio's travel plans and all those things, what's Fabio's, etc. So, and then we stopped when we were talking about Paula McCulloch. So we're gonna pick up from there. So without further, let's go into today's episode.
All right, and you referred to this as a stupid case in your interview.
It's my opinion. For me, it is.
She was your stepdaughter, right?
Yes.
You deleted the application and all the relevant data regarding Viber from your phone.
Viber was glitchy. It was very glitchy.
So it's just a total coincidence that night after the murder, you took the time to do that.
It was glitchy. Got rid of the app.
Okay, there's a lot to come today. So yeah, I'm aiming to go into the cross-examination, which we shall be doing of Robert Baker. But before that, let's just continue on from Baker's from where we left off last time. And this is there we go. Finally got the right one. This is the testimony in regards to Paula McCulloch. So we are continuing on from where we left off, and that was the testimony in regards to Paula McCulloch's involvement. We don't know much about Paula McCulloch because she wasn't really brought up on the direct exam, not from what I can recall. It was mainly, she was mentioned by, I believe it was Elise Buell. I think that's it. Or Matthew Nurse, because she was part of the racquetball group. But that's it. I can't remember Paula McCulloch. So this is the first time we are going to learn about it. So anyway, without further, let's go into it.
I was using a rental. What kind of rental? I don't even know the type. It was a gray. It was a silver car. It's not a silver car.
Does a Nissan Versa sound familiar?
That probably was it.
How did you get the rental car?
I had someone get the rental car. Because
When?
that I don't remember the exact day, but it was during that weekend.
Was that for the purpose of the murder or for another reason?
Actually, it was for fixing my car. Actually, that's what it was really for. It just happened to fall into that. But
Your car wasn't operating correctly?
my Mustang wasn't, and I was having a battery problem with my Expedition. So I needed another car that was really reliable, so I can get this thing done, get it fixed.
And when did you get the rental car?
I don't remember the exact day.
Was it the day of the murder or before?
It was before. I think it was like a Friday or something. I think it was a Friday.
The murder was on a Monday.
Yeah.
So a few days before?
Yes.
Did you pick up the rental car or somebody else?
I think I went to go. I think I went to go get it. I can't remember.
You.
I can't remember. I
Did
can't
someone
remember.
rent it for you?
Yes.
Who was that?
Paula.
And who was Paula?
Paula is somebody who was at my racquetball league who I got involved with for a brief moment.
Was that before or after Monica?
That was way before Monica.
Okay.
So this is the thing that I have a problem with, because something I noticed, I didn't notice last week, but definitely just now. I don't know why he's feigning like he can't remember, because we've all seen him on CCTV, like on the direct examination, where I believe it was Cyril that was testifying. He showed Baker at Enterprise Rent a Car going to get the silver Versa to basically drive to the locations. After he got it, he went straight to the gym. I don't know why he's feigning that memory. He would know this, but I guess from my point of view, my own opinion, he's doing that so that the next questions that are coming up is not going to what you might say, like it's not going to be that out of place if he was not having great, if he was not recollecting too easily. Anyway, let's continue on with the testimony.
Was she still, as far as she was concerned, a girlfriend of yours, if you know, or she?
Repeat the question, please.
Did you still have an ongoing relationship with her, similar to what you were doing with Monica, or was that
No,
over?
that was over. But Paula wouldn't go away.
All right. So she wanted to be with you as well.
I'm assuming.
So you had her help get the rental car.
Because yes.
Did you tell her what you needed it for?
I told her, yeah, I need to get my car fixed.
Did you tell her it was part of a plot to kill Monica's husband?
No.
So what did she do? Drop it off?
No, I dropped the car off after it was done.
How did you get it to begin with?
I think I remember going with her to pick it up, but I drove off with it.
Do you remember where?
It was on Enterprise. But yeah, I know where it is. I don't know exactly where it was.
Well, was it in the valley near your home?
Valley. Yeah, it's close by.
All right, let's move on to the next part of the testimony, because this is where, and I just gotta pause there for a second, because I'm going to be a bit biased. not biased. That's not the correct word to use. I am going to be very irritated because I know I can see through. I'm probably not the only one that can see through everything that is going on with her face. I've been saying it for the past few episodes, right? I'm probably not the only one, because it feels so fake to me. I don't know why. So like, if you see me like reacting out of nowhere, it's my irritation for Monica, not for Baker, because I have a different kind of indignation for Baker, but for Monica is anyway, you'll see. Anyway, moving on to what Baker is going to testify to, because he's going to give testimony on how he gained access to the Sementilli residence, how he knew where the cameras were, all of those things. I will explain my thoughts later on, because I think that this is a bit of a live mine for the defense. I will explain it a bit more later on.
9, number 7. That's an aerial view of the Sementilli house. You recognize that at all?
Not from the top, but I know I got the arrangement of the house. I see it now.
This is the pool area, and that's the patio area. I'm sorry, here's the patio area.
I see it.
Pool area.
Got you.
Like the street.
Right there.
See the street here?
Yep.
So how did you go? Can you show us how you went? Let me give you maybe a better view to begin with.
Okay. This looks different.
Page 8 of Exhibit 9. Do you recognize that as being the front of the house?
Yeah, barely. I remember though.
Okay, now if you're jogging up the street, can you point and show us?
You cannot.
You cannot. Okay. Well, let me try to help you. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. Are you coming from this direction?
Correct.
Okay.
Right there, make a left.
Now this is the gate to the driveway leading into the house. Was it open?
Yes.
Okay. You go up here, there's a front door to the left or the center, and then there's a way to get around the house that way.
And that's
Which
the
way
way.
did you use to get into the house?
The way you just said, around to the back.
Went around.
Yeah.
Okay, this is exhibit main page 13, and this shows the back area of the house. Did you go through did you go through one of these sliding doors? Did you get in? Do you remember whether you went into one of those sliding doors?
There's a sliding door. We went through one of those sliding doors. I can't tell which one is which. Usually this way.
But did you get into the house?
Yes.
You and Mr. Austin?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Went inside the house and went to the bedroom.
Anybody in the bedroom?
Nobody's in the bedroom because it's very, very cautious. Before we even went in, we had to make sure everything was. I had to make sure everything was clear.
Then where did you go?
And slowly try to spread out. And I told him, I said, follow me, stay quiet. And I needed him to go to the front to watch the front, to watch the front area to make sure that if anybody came home, we could get out of there.
Did he do that?
Yes, he did.
Where did you go?
I went the other way, slowly, and started trying to see if I can see him.
Did you see him?
Eventually, I did.
Where?
He was sitting at the patio.
Okay. And what was he doing on the patio?
He was on the phone, and he was looking at paperwork, or looking at some kind of paper or something.
Was he in some kind of chair or couch or anything, or was
Yeah,
he
he was
standing
sitting.
up?
He was sitting.
Right. And how
Stop.
would you get to him if you wanted to get to him at that point?
But you know what you
That was kind of the
did.
problem. I was trying to figure that out. So I figured the best way to do it is either go to the side or go directly through the kitchen.
What did you choose?
I decided to go through the kitchen, but I had to wait.
All right. Now, after you decided that, what happened with Mr. Austin?
He was still at the front, as far as I know. He was still at the front, but I'm sure he was moving around, looking around, because I know he was nervous as hell.
Well, did he ever come to your location before you went to kill Mr. Sementilli?
He came to check to see what was going on. Yeah, he came to check
Okay, so now he's with you.
for a moment.
Okay. What's the next thing you do?
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Well, you had your knife, right?
Yes. So I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm actually, I kind of want to leave. But I know I can't.
Well, you could have, but you didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I couldn't.
is
I
that right?
couldn't. Yes.
So what do you end up doing?
So I wound up going through the kitchen.
And where was Mr. Austin when you went through the kitchen?
I don't know where he was. I wasn't looking for him. I was concentrating on what I needed to do.
Was it your intent to have him physically help you kill Mr. Sementilli?
He was the lookout. I didn't need him for that.
He's supposed to be the lookout.
Right.
So describe, if you can, it's a long time ago, but I'm sure this is something you've lived with for a long time and remember.
I'm going to object to the leading of the testimony by counsel.
Sustained. All right, just tell us what you did next.
Go to the front door. Go to the back door, that back kitchen door. I try to wait for him to look away and down. And I try to rush in as fast as I can.
Did he appear initially to see you?
Oh, he saw me. He did what he was supposed to do. He was trying to protect his house and home, protect his family and his home.
Well, what did he do?
He got up real quick, and he grabbed me by my hoodie, and grabbed my left hand at the same time.
I've never heard this testimony. Never heard this from Austin. So there was a bit of issue when we got to hear this testimony, because I was wondering why it was such a point of contention to bring the autopsy guy in to testify to what has been conclusive as Baker or the killers stabbing Fabio. They were fighting him for so long, and now we're going to hear this testimony, and it seems like there was a struggle for a bit, but we didn't hear. I can't remember Dr. Upo, who was the chief medical examiner. I can't remember him testifying to there being a defensive wounds or something like that. But what he is describing, what Baker is describing here, seems to be a struggle before he was eventually subdued, before Fabio was eventually killed, basically.
And I'm struggling with him, and I'm trying to get away from him. He's a pretty big guy. And I said to myself, I need to get him off me. I need to cut him. I just need to cut him.
Cut him?
I took one stab to get him to let go of me. He let go, and I just kind of blacked out and just tried to get him off me, and just kept cutting until he stopped, until he got off me.
You were in the armed services, correct?
Correct.
Did you know the most vulnerable places on a person's body or neck to cut them to achieve the quickest death? That was your goal?
Been trained. Yeah, I've been trained a little bit.
Right. Did you stab him in those places?
I know I stabbed him there, and just started cutting and stabbing wherever I could.
Now, is he standing or sitting or what at that time?
He was standing at that time.
Did he ever fall back into the chair?
I don't remember. I remember him backing away from me, and I was like, and I remember my hand was hurting.
You're leaning back now.
I'm backing away from him. Back after because I'm trying to back up because I'm kind of in a daze.
Now, when are you aware, if ever, of where Mr. Austin is now?
I still don't know where he's at.
Well, tell me what happens next then.
Okay, so I remember walking back into the kitchen.
Well, how did you leave Mr. Sementilli? Where was he?
He was still on the patio.
In the chair?
I wasn't looking. I just glad he was off.
Why did you leave at that time? Did you know he was dead?
No, I wasn't sure if he was dead or not.
Why'd you leave?
Because I knew he was cut, though. I knew he was cut.
But your object was to kill him.
Yeah, but in panic, you don't think about all that. You're not looking at vitals, and you're not looking to see all that when it's all going down.
Did you ever see Mr. Austin stab him in the neck?
No, I don't remember that.
So when you're exiting the patio and getting back into the kitchen, where's Mr. Austin?
I don't notice him until I'm getting ready to walk and look around and see. I don't even notice. I'm kind of like in a daze because I'm actually hurt during that time frame. Also, I'm hurt.
Where are you hurt?
My hand. My hand was hurting because when he grabbed my hand, it hurt bad because he's a strong guy.
Okay.
So I'm looking. I'm saying to myself, "Damn, my hand is hurt."
So what do you do next?
Pull my glove off. I'm like, and I see it bleeding again from what happened earlier in the day. It's hurting again.
Okay.
And the next thing I said to myself is, I need to make this thing look like a home invasion. That's the next thing that was the next priority on my list of getting this done, is to make it look like a home invasion. So in my mind is I need to start going to the house to make it look like it was a burglary.
Did you do that?
I started working on it right then and there. And that's when finally Chris came up to me, oh shit, he was in panic mode too. He was in panic then too. He was, what we gonna do, Unc? What we gonna do? And I'm like, I said we need to make this thing look like a home invasion. But he went somewhere else. I don't know what he did.
Did you tell him where to go? Let me back up. Did you have a plan as to how you were going to flee the residence after you killed him?
The plan was to walk back down if possible, or run back down, like we jogged in and jogged out. That was the plan.
Okay, so tell me then what happened next.
So I went to make it look like a home invasion. So I started going through stuff.
Where was Mr. Austin then, as far as you knew?
I didn't care where he was at the moment.
Did you give him any directions as to where to go?
No, because he doesn't know where anything's at. He has no idea where anything's at. So I just told him I did tell him to wait, just to wait over by the kitchen. And as soon as I finished making this thing look like what it is, a home invasion, we'd leave.
I cannot remember this happening. All I remember from Austin's testimony, going off code, because maybe, let me get my trial report up actually. Let me just get it up quickly. But just before I go into refresh my memory, what I remember off the top of my head was Austin just saying that Baker told him about the Porsche being in the garage, and that's it. That's all. That's it. So what he's giving right now is a bit of a mismatch compared to Austin's testimony, and there's even more issues because Austin said that he did stab Fabio once in the neck. I think he said something like that. So what Baker is testifying to here, it seems like he did not witness him doing that based on what he's testifying to. There is also like anyway, let me just move on because I just lost my train of thought in regards to what I was going to recall about Austin.
So describe how you tried to make it look like a home invasion.
Just pull out drawers.
Where?
In the bedroom. Look for anything that's valuable.
Did you find anything?
Anything, jewelry box. Like looking through stuff. Like I'm looking for something because I didn't expect to take anything because that wasn't my intention. But I had to make it look like that. So
Did
I took
you take anything?
clothes, jewelry, anything that looked like I might have brought something directly. I took some clothes that belonged to me. I wanted that because I didn't want any residue from me being there. So if I had bought her some clothes, I tried to take whatever I could that might be obvious, that might be linked to me, her jewelry box, anything that belonged, that was shiny, that looked valuable. So I was just grabbing stuff, throwing stuff.
I will say this is actually very beneficial for the defense. I just realized it now. This is very beneficial for the defense because of, well, for one, we never heard anything from Christopher Austin about there being a pre-planning to make this look like a home invasion. I can't, maybe it's me, but I can't find anywhere in my notes that reflects that. And I can't remember any testimony either that would reflect Christopher Austin speaking about there being a collusion between him, Birdsong. I think it was just him and Birdsong, and there was another guy. I can't remember the other guy. There was one more guy. I can't remember him. Damn, I don't know why it's in my head. But anyway, the people that were involved in all of this, there was no real testimony about making him look like a home invasion. So what he's testifying to here, and it did actually happen because there was wait. If memory is serving, I'm trying to pass through something because I do remember Ryan Werner. Questions were being asked of him in regards to the stuff that were taken. I remember Chris Gable giving testimony about that as well, about it being a enlisted as a robbery, etc. So that's what Monica was reporting to. So that's where my memory is. That's what Monica was reporting. But more to the point I was trying to make, we haven't heard anything about this home invasion. So with the rest of the guys, it was a murder plot. But with him, he's making it look like a home invasion. So it makes it, based on what the defense are trying to like set the scene and trying to show, it makes it seem like they're trying to make it seem like he was the one that kind of had all the wherewithal to do it, and Monica was clearly not involved because she was the one who have been reporting there being a home invasion. I'm remembering back to what was happening on Direct Exam because she was reporting that. I can't, for the life of me, without looking at my notes, remember the fine details. But let's continue on with Baker's testimony.
Where were you putting it?
I grabbed a pillowcase and put it in the pillowcase.
Did you ever see a safe there?
That pillowcase testimony does track because Austin did testify to Baker having a pillowcase filled with items.
I think so. Not that day though, but I think so.
Did you ever open the safe that day?
Never.
Did you ever open the safe on any occasion?
No.
But you knew there was a safe in the house?
I think so. I think so.
Okay. So how long are you doing this, putting stuff in the pillowcase?
Well, I'm still going through the house, looking for stuff.
Other rooms besides the bedroom?
No, just the bedroom was the intention, is to make it look like it was a botched home invasion.
Okay.
So I ran around, I looked around for everything else. I went back to the patio, and when I went to the patio, I saw the table, and I saw like a manila folder with some paper sticking out of it, and a piece of a gold coin. And I looked at this, and I saw the coin, so I picked it up real quick because I was like, it looked weird. And I picked it up, it had more gold coins in it, so I just grabbed everything. I just grabbed everything that was there.
Now, you say this was on the patio?
Right, it was in the patio.
How far away from Mr. Sementilli?
I don't know, maybe. It was where the table was.
The what?
Where the table was. On
in
the floor.
Patio?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How far were the gold coins from where Mr. Sementilli was now positioned?
Well, I'm paying attention to the table and where the coins are, so I guess a few feet.
So this is in the patio outside where he was murdered?
Yes. Where he was sitting.
Okay, is he sitting now in the chair?
I'm not paying it. I don't remember.
Well, to your mind, was he dead?
I'm sure he was. I'm just, like I said, I don't know if he's dead or not. He could have been alive. I don't know.
Well, was he in any way defending himself?
No.
Hey, Trial Channel.
Okay.
Hey, Trial Channel. I had to get it caught. I hated it. I'm not gonna lie. I hated the way I was looking. The one thing I hated the most is my hair just refused to grow. It just refused to grow. It wasn't growing anymore. I was trying to grow to get some plaits done. It just wasn't growing anymore. So I was like, get it off. A bit too low for my liking. I'm gonna let it grow to get more of that Kid and Play height up going, if you know about Kid and Play. But yeah, welcome to this. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. I love your titling of this, by the way. I love your titling of this direct examination. But yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate you. But yeah, let's continue on because so regarding Baker's testimony, because the one thing that we didn't hear was what Austin testified to, which was Baker telling him to go through the front door. We didn't hear anything about that. That's one thing. And the significance of that is because Austin said that Monica told Baker that the front door would be open, which if we didn't hear anything about that, it's looking back. I know I said that there were some things that he gave that was favorable for the defense, but there are some things that he just has to testify to that would satisfy these holes, and he's just not doing that. So as he's testifying on here, the one thing that I want to highlight is, remember the cameras that he was talking about. I personally found it extremely suspicious, and I mean extremely suspicious, that this guy had a detailed understanding of where the cameras are when he has only been to the house once or twice. Was it twice? Once. Give it three times. You wouldn't have the detailed knowledge of where the cameras would be, but he did. And to me, that's just screaming that you have been given you're implicitly accepting that you have been given information about where to go, how to navigate this house, because I don't think anyone's memory is that great, especially with what he's trying to put on now. He's trying to make it seem like 8 years ago, I can't remember this, or this and that. I can't remember that. But for some reason, on the day of the murder, after being to the house twice, he knows where everything is. He knew where to go. He knew the bedroom. He knew where the cameras were. That just once or twice, like maybe 3 times, you still wouldn't know where the cameras are. You see, I'm surprised you even know that they have cameras. And I know I said on the last episode that it's a possibility that Monica was sending him the DVR. It was a complete hypothetical that I made up, where I was thinking that the defense should be attacking the email by saying that Baker was basically using, by having Baker testify to at least coercing Monica to give him these details so that it can at least remove that culpability if they were going to try and tether that line that they were going through. That was the main argument, but there is nothing to establish how Baker would have learned this. That's the main point I want to get out. There's nothing to establish this. We haven't heard anything that would give any kind of foundation, any kind of knowledge that he would actually know how to navigate this house.
And where was Mr. Austin? Was he still waiting there, or had he gone somewhere else, or what?
He's probably in the kitchen area, or maybe.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. We were talking about before. Yeah. We were talking about before. Yeah, before. That's what doesn't make sense. Yeah, before the murder happened, he should have. I have no idea how you would get that knowledge. Let's just move on. So what he's going to testify to now is he's going to reveal that Monica had informed him that his daughters was out of the house, and we'll get to it afterwards.
Yeah, I think he's in the kitchen and he's looking out the front door still, trying to keep a lookout.
All right, then.
He's in and out too because I know he's terrified.
Then what happened?
I keep checking the house real quick because I know time is limited because I don't know exactly what time it is yet. Did you know when she was going to be home? She said she was going to be home right after she picks up her daughter. So that was usually at 5 o'clock, something around there. So I wanted to get out of there quick before anybody comes in that house.
Okay.
So I got nervous. I'm paranoid. And I'm thinking that if I go out at that time, because it was real close to that time, that someone's going to see us or something. So I'm like, the best way to do this, I told Chris, in the search of the house, I find the Porsche keys. And I'm thinking, use the Porsche to get out of there before anybody gets home.
Where were the Porsche keys?
Where were they?
Yeah.
They were on the counter.
Okay.
They were on the counter in the kitchen area.
Okay.
And so that's when I made the decision to jump in, get in the Porsche and get out of there.
And did you tell that to Chris?
Yes, I did. I told him to go in the garage. We're getting ready to get out of here.
Okay. Did he?
No, he did. He's ready to leave. Okay.
Bit of an issue that I noticed. He just testified. Before we go into that issue, I've just realized it was they came in as a knock burglary ruse task force and it just hit me. I don't think it was actually registered as a knock burglary by the detectives. I think it was actually just registered as a normal murder, like a normal homicide, but they had to let them believe that it was a knock burglary. I'm not sure. Like, I could be wrong, and Trash Channel is here, so if I am wrong, she will definitely correct me. But I feel like by them going on this thread, they're just walking into whatever the prosecutors have laid, whatever trap that they have laid for rebuttal. Because I do remember that Chris Gable was brought in to actually play out that ruse that they are part of the knock knock burglary task force. But I looked over my notes in regards to Ryan Werner, and I can't find anywhere that it was determined to be a burglary or a home invasion. I can't determine that anywhere. I can't find anywhere that establishes that. So what I'm guessing is this is the narrative that the family was basically used to, the Sementillis, because of what Monica was telling them had been happening, that it was a home invasion, etc. The reason why that's important, at least to me anyway, is pretty much because if that's what's going on, then that basically proves that it was actually between Baker and Monica that they were planning this, and the end result was we're gonna make it look like a robbery. Let's move on. Let's continue with his testimony.
And where did you go?
I did one last search of the house. I saw the towel that I used to drape my hand that was laying in the sink.
Oh yeah, I just want to say, yeah, those ingenious idea, by the way, ingenious idea to actually put the sidebars. Ingenious idea, like game changer of an idea. Like, it's actually unfortunate that sidebars are not actually common. Well, more frequent, because the last sidebar that I remember is the Dead V Heard one. That's the last sidebar, and no one actually did what Trial Channel did, like which was to make it audible, make it like different character voices. I can't remember that. I do remember it was just lawyers going through it. But anyway, let's get back to but yeah, well done on those sidebar videos, Trial Channel. I think she's covering the Starmer trial as well, because that's actually a trial I wanna look at, as well as Kyle Rittenhouse. I've got that, and Zachariah Anderson. I want to look at that in one of these weekly live streams after Christine Ritchie, the other Massachusetts case. Anyway, let's get back to Baker's testimony.
Think where?
In the kitchen.
Okay.
I picked that up, grabbed that. Everything happened fast. Everything's happening at really, really fast pace.
Okay, so take your time and just tell us how best you remember.
They did actually think it was a home invasion at first, but when they continued to investigate, they changed to a ruse. Okay. I missed that. I completely missed that. Anyway, I completely missed that. Wow. I did not know that. Okay. Thank you for a bit of that info, Trial Channel. Let's continue.
What happened next?
Yeah, so there's no real order to all this because everything's happening so quick.
Well, he's in the garage, in the car, correct?
He's waiting in the garage, yeah.
Okay, and you're in the kitchen doing something with a towel.
Getting a towel, put it in the pillowcase along with all the other stuff that I had, and make sure the house is kind of is the best of shambles that I could make it, to make it look like a home invasion. Now I'm going to leave. Get into the porch, throw everything in the back of the car, and try to get out of there.
Okay, did you get into the porch?
Yes.
How was it parked? Face in or back in?
I think it was face in.
Okay.
I think.
So you get in the driver's seat?
I get in the driver's seat.
And Mr. Austin is where?
He's in the passenger seat.
Okay.
And I start the car. I'm trying to get out as fast as I can because I think anybody can be home at any moment.
Anything that looked like a home security system or anything like that?
Yes, I knew it existed.
Where did you see it?
Well, there were cameras in the house, so I knew the cameras were there.
Did you do anything with it?
That was one of the things I grabbed. I grabbed the system before I left.
Where was that?
It was, I think it was in the garage.
Okay.
How do you know it was there? This is the thing. They haven't even. It's as if the reason why I'm having a headache with this is because all through this, the perfect time, at the very least, there has been no questions whatsoever to go into the surveillance of the Sementilli home. how did you know all of these things? Okay, Monica used to send him information on all those things, like send him Fabio's travels and when he was in and out of the house. But it's as if the defense are just trying their best to like play on inferences, because you still don't know how he has this knowledge to actually know exactly where the DVR is. And if you're trying to say that Monica is not involved, why would Monica send him the DVR information? Like, why would Monica, forget sending the Wi-Fi, but like that could be explained, but why would she tell him where it actually is in the house? That one doesn't make sense. And I'm basing this on what I said last week, right? When I said that if they were planning, like let's say they were planning to hook up one day, because they were having an affair. Let's say they were planning to hook up, and Monica and he, coming from a military background, has the thought, hey, there might be a situation or a scenario in which you might not see Fabio coming back, but I can. So I want to have the ability to see that coming and then turn back around and go home. Something like that, right? Just to lie to her to get these details in. That's what I was basically saying, to make it seem like it was coercive to get these details from her, so that it's not intentional from Monica's side, because that's what they have to show that's what the state has to show on there to satisfy that premeditation element. But that never happened. So the question now is, but that would explain why the email was sent. But nothing is going to explain. Nothing has been laid to actually explain how he would know exactly where it is in the garage. Let alone the email, because all we have is just the inference that he was just sending. So I can forgive that. But this part is actually damaging. Anyway, let's continue on with the testimony.
And what, wires and boxes, or
Just a box.
what'd you do with it?
I threw it in with the pillowcase.
In the porch.
Yes.
So now you drive out of the garage.
Drive out of the garage.
You have to back out, right?
Back out real quick. Try to get out of there real quick, and
Where do you go?
go back the same way we came.
Okay.
Now, the difference is I want to go back a way where I think I have no idea where there's cameras, no cameras, because I didn't look that far ahead. So I just picked a route. And
Can you remember, as you sit here right now, what that route was?
back down that road, the main drag, and there's a quick right where there's a back way to get back to Ventura. And I just know if I make a right and make a left, I'm going to hit Ventura.
Do you know the name of the streets?
No.
Okay. Do you get back to Ventura?
Get back to Ventura.
Then what?
I hear sirens. So I'm kind of got a good idea what's going on. So I want to get rid of this car as fast as possible.
Did you pass any of her daughters on the way out of the house?
That I don't remember. I'm told I did later on, but.
So can you tell us where you end up with the Porsche and Mr. Austin?
Some back street behind Ventura Boulevard. Where, I don't know. It was like a building, like a little small business building. It was a cubby hole, and I parked the car in there.
You hear any sirens yet at that time?
I've been heard the sirens already.
So what do you do there?
I take out the pillowcase. Take that. I leave I take the pillowcase. And I tell him, you need to get out of here. We need to get you out of here as fast as possible. And I said, just go back to the apartment. And I needed him to be on foot. I didn't want him to be in the car with me, just in case I get caught or get stopped or something. Because I'm paranoid.
Okay, so what has been testified to so far is that Baker cleaned the Porsche when he got out. That was already established. He felt that the car was being tracked. He also learned that Austin had a ticket as well. So now, let's fast forward to the wake, because we did hear a lot about this testimony when it was Anna Crescentini's turn on the stand. Now we get to hear Baker's version and what he had to say, because he describes Monica as being a wreck. There's a but his testimony was impactful it was kind of important for a number of reasons, which I will explain once we get into. Let's continue.
Matt. I think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just testified to Matthew Nurse driving him to the residence, and I believe Matthew Nurse said that he had to go to an holiday or something like that. He had to go away with his wife. He wasn't staying there long. I believe that was his testimony.
And why did you go with them to her house?
I'm going to object that it seems back to my evidence.
So rule.
So why did I go is because they asked me to go because they said they knew that me and her were that she talks to me a lot. And
why were they going, if you know?
Because they wanted to go and pay their respects.
Okay.
But I didn't really want to go. I didn't want to go at all.
Well, but you went.
I did.
And you remember how you all got there, or at least how you got there?
I didn't want to drive my car up there. I didn't want to have nothing to be seen up there, so I went with Matt.
Matt Nurse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt was driving. I asked, can I ride with him?
And when you got to the house, were there a lot of people there?
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
Did it look like a gathering there to like a wake kind of thing?
It was something like that, yeah.
Okay. You had food there?
I don't even remember that.
Okay. About how many people did you see there?
30, 40, I'm assuming.
Other than the co-workers you were with, did you recognize anybody else there besides Monica?
I did not.
Did you see Monica there?
I did.
And did you go over to her and talk to her?
I tried to.
Question: why didn't the defense just ask him why he went? I mean, this is a witness, and I can guess why, because maybe they didn't want to open that door. But it's it's open anyway now that he's testified to being there. So you might as well just blow it all the way down while it's already open. I don't know if that's I know it even tracks, but I would want to know. I said, do you remember? I want to know why you're going to this person's house if she didn't invite you. You see what I mean? I mean, am I making sense?
Well, tell me what you did.
First I looked, and I saw her, and I saw she was a total wreck.
Okay.
So it just messed me up really bad when I saw that. I never saw something like that
Had
before.
you ever apologized to her in any way, or said you were sorry, or sent any message to her?
Not that I remember. Not that I remember. I don't remember.
You recall sending her a text message?
I don't remember. Not during that time, no. I don't remember.
You could have, but you don't remember.
Yeah.
But you saw her in person at the house?
Yes.
And what did you do with her, if anything?
I wanted to talk to her.
But what did you do?
I eventually approached her when I could, because she was surrounded by a lot of people. And I wanted to find out why. I mean, I know why she was messed up like that. But I wanted to find out what the hell was going on with her. Like, is she losing it because of me doing this thing? And that's what it was. I was just trying to see
If you were responsible.
Yeah.
But as far as you know, she didn't know that you did it.
No.
You didn't tell her, did you?
No.
How long did you stay there at the house?
I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Not even that long, I don't think.
And did you leave with the other people, or did you leave by yourself?
I had to leave with Matt because I rode with him.
All right. Did you have any interaction with any of her family, talking to you or looking at you in a funny way or anything like that?
Only thing I remember was her mother.
And what do you remember about her mother?
Her mother just asking me who I was and all, just being a mother,
Okay. Did you answer her?
And I told her, I said, I'm just a friend, just concerned. What can I tell her? Nothing I can tell her.
So you leave?
Eventually, yeah,
With the same friends who took you there?
Yes.
I will. Oh, okay. In that case, I will revise what I just said because it seems like he hitched a ride along. So Monica wouldn't have been expecting him, but it would have been understandable in the same way that because he was with Matthew Nurse and maybe Elise was there as well with them, maybe because he went with them, it was like, oh, okay, cool, he's here. So what that suggests to me, at least the inference that you get from that, is at the very least, it would be, what I'm thinking is, he saw the opportunity to go and see her after committing this act, and then he took it. That's what I'm seeing is happening.
Where did they take you when you left?
Back to LA Fitness, get my car.
And did you get your car?
I did.
Okay. And where did you go?
I think I probably eventually was going to Vegas. I had to get somebody to take my place at LA Fitness to look after my league because I wanted to get out of LA.
Did you get out of LA?
I did eventually.
When you say eventually, tell me approximately how many days or weeks after the murder.
A week, about 5 days, something like that. Just enough so I can cover somebody covering my league.
Okay. And what about Mr. Austin? When do you next hear from him, if you do?
I think I heard from him the next day. He said he got in.
Pardon?
That he got in.
Safely?
Yes.
Okay.
That's good for Mr. Austin, I guess. So all of that was to establish that Monica was really in a mess. I think it corroborates with what Anna Crescentini testified to already in regards to what has been happening when he was at the when everyone was at a wake. Of course, we have two competing narratives now because one side, which is the state, based on Alicia Truesdale, based on Efrain Gutierrez. I'm not sure if Efrain was actually at the funeral, but that's the connection I'm getting. Based on Alicia Truesdale, I can't remember the other witness. But those two is what I can remember to them saying that Monica was basically being very performative, fake, tears was fake. I think Elise said that she couldn't remember. I think that's it. I think that's all I could remember. I don't think Luigi Sementilli was that. I don't think he said anything about her crying fake tears or anything like that. So that's what I can remember. So it's a massive contrast now because we have two people that are close to Monica in one way, with one of them being the affair partner saying that she was a complete wreck at the funeral, which just doesn't. Let me hold on to that thought. Let's continue.
So when you go to Vegas, do you drive there?
I drive.
You go by yourself?
By myself.
You run into anybody there in Las Vegas that you know?
I stayed with Birdsong.
Did you tell him about what you had done?
No.
Did he appear to know that the murder or the death of Mr. Sementilli had occurred?
No.
You hadn't told him that you were seeing her on the side?
No, he knew that part.
Okay.
He knew that part. I didn't tell him anything about a death or anything.
Mr. Baker, was Mr. Birdsong a part of the conspiracy to kill Fabio Sementilli?
No.
Did you ever talk to him about your plan to kill him before the murder occurred?
I never talked to Mr. Birdsong about a plan to kill Fabio.
This testimony is interesting for so many reasons because all through the state, I mean, maybe I'm misreading it because I think I personally need Birdsong's involvement in all of this resolved at one point or the other, because I don't know what part he plays in this. I remember the state making a fuss of it and basically putting out there that Birdsong was part of the communication between Austin and Baker. And I even remember Austin, some of the testimony actually saying that they had met up in Vegas or something like that to actually plot this murder together. So this testimony is it's a massive contrast to all of that, because I don't know what to make of it. So let me go to the whiteboard. Actually, let me write this down. Baker says we forgot to. I wasn't actually okay. Week 7. All right. Baker. Bird song. I hope this gets resolved later on. Not involved. I know that Bird song is going to be testifying later on. So we are definitely going to be hearing about his involvement. I know that there might be a lot of testimony in regards to Vegas, but that's where we got to stop hearing anything more about. I mean, well, we did get to hear a bit more about Birdsong and the trip that they took to Vegas. I think it was somewhere in Vegas, basically. But outside of that, this is the part of the testimony I wanted to get to. Okay. Sorry, I just lost it. Okay. This is the part of the testimony that I want to get to, because this was damn it, I went too far ahead. Okay, here we go. This is it. All right, there we go. Because this is the testimony about going to Vegas and going on trips with Monica, etc.
Monica.
Oh, we are now at the hour mark. I'm gonna try and end the stream at 1 hour 30 minutes. I don't want to go over that time anymore. I just want to keep this stream short and succinct. But if you do enjoy these streams, these weekly streams that I do, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help us. It really does help out with the algorithm. I've got to get the channel to grow one way or the other. So it's not. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on with this, because this is where he goes on to testify in regards to reaching out to Monica after the whole funeral, meeting at the funeral, seeing her as a wreck. We got that contextual testimony in. So now he's going to reach out to Monica, and we already know about the trips with Monica. We already know about not informing Birdsong or anybody about killing Fabio. We also know about never speaking with Austin about the stabbing. He never spoke with Austin about the stabbing. Neither did he have an idea that Austin had basically stabbed Fabio. He pretty much established that. So now let's hear him out. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to reaching out to Monica.
During that time? No.
When's the next time after the murder that you have any contact with Monica? If you can recall.
Weeks and weeks. Weeks.
How did that occur?
I don't even remember how many weeks it was, but it was quite a bit of time. I hit her with a text and basically asked, "Are you okay?"
And did she respond to you?
And she goes, basically, sort of, you like, I'm okay. That's it. Kind of. It was like a really quick answer, like, I'm okay.
Now you begin seeing her again, don't you?
Eventually.
Okay. You remember the first time that you saw her again after the murder?
Yes, I do. I remember.
And where was that, if you can tell us? I remember.
I met her in Glendale.
Restaurant someplace?
It was like a bar. It was like a bar. Because I asked her, you want to have a drink? You want to talk about it?
And when you say want to talk about, you mean the death of her husband?
Yeah, about her.
Did she appear to be upset about that still?
Oh, she was upset.
Did you ever in any way tell her that you had killed her husband?
No.
You are eventually arrested with her on June 14th, 2017, correct?
take your word for it.
Okay. During those 4 months after you first saw her after the murder, do you continue to see her as you had before the murder?
Yes.
And at any time during that period, do you tell her in any way that you are responsible for the death of her husband?
No, I don't.
You do travel with her, don't you?
I did travel with her.
Do you remember where you went?
Just Vegas and just around LA.
You ever go to Myrtle Beach?
And Myrtle Beach.
How did that happen? Do you remember?
I told her I always wanted to go to Myrtle Beach. I wanted to see if she could take a trip just to get away.
Okay.
All right. So we have established right there that Baker never told Monica about killing Fabio, anything like that. Baker never told Monica, which I think is interesting that we got to hear that kind of testimony from him. Oh, hey, Sweet Pea, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Always a pleasure to see you here. I see that you've been covering the au pair trial. Yeah, I love your coverage on there. I think I was in the chat for a couple of days. But anyway, good to see you here. So let's go back to the day of the murder now, because this is where Baker gave testimony in regards to Austin. Again, there was a lot of I don't know what the defense are trying to prove with this. I need to see their logic very soon. I haven't seen it at all, and what they're trying to establish with maybe they're trying to show like a botched up investigation somehow, but I don't think so. I don't think it's even working. If that's a strategy, it's I don't know. But let's hear him out. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to the Baker saying that Austin was shaken up.
Like I testified earlier. So I told him to get an extra phone so I could keep in touch with him just to make sure he was still kind of stable, because he was pretty shooken up over this too. So I didn't want him to go.
Did you ever find out whether or not Mr. Austin had in fact participated, that is, stabbed Fabio Sementilli as you had?
You know, I never asked, but it makes sense now.
What makes sense?
That the way he acted afterwards, he was really in a bad way. I never understood why, because I just really didn't understand why. I thought it was just because of him being there, but I guess he did stab. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know. I don't remember.
You've learned since then through the litigation and so
Yes.
forth that he did stab.
Right.
Did
But
he ever tell you that?
No.
Admit to that?
He never told me. We never talked about it like that. We never talked about it. We didn't want to talk on the phone like that.
They never talked about the stabbing. All right. Let me actually write this down, because I know. Let me actually write that down. It just hit me. It just hit me. Okay, because I know. Okay, Baker says never, because I know. I'm writing this down because I know never spoke with Austin about stabbing. I'm noting this down because I know for a fact that I haven't seen his testimony yet, but I know for a fact that that Austin is gonna come back to testify. I don't know if it's recalled by the defense or if it's a rebuttal testimony by the state. I don't know which one, but I know he's coming back because I've seen the list that was given by the trial channel playlist. So I know he's coming back. It'll be interesting to see what he says in regards to this particular bit right here. It'll be interesting. I don't know what to make of it, because they're making a big deal out of whether they're making a big deal out of whether Austin has stabbed Fabio or not, or whether Baker has seen her. They're making a big deal out of it. I don't know why, but let's continue on with his testimony.
Well, You and Monica are arrested, as I said, on June 14th, 2017. Is that correct?
Take your word for it.
Okay. And you're arrested in the same car, is that right?
Yes.
And then you end up in county jail in various locations, is that right?
Yes.
Do you ever write a letter to Monica?
Grand grand entrance here for Fervent. Wait, Fervent, welcome. Congrats to you, by the way, for your 1,000 subs. I think you got there. Welcome. Welcome to the 1,000 club. Can I say that? Welcome to the 1,000 club. I'm on. Yeah. So I think you are now I think that's threshold for monetization. I'm getting brain fog because I think I'm not sure if YouTube criteria has changed, whatever. But yeah, congrats to you, Fervent, for reaching 1,000 subs. As I said on the last week, on the last show, his videos are incredibly funny. Like, it's hard. What is it? It's a sarcastic kind of style, but it's not overt sarcasm. It's just, look, if I try to explain it, it's gonna be unfunny. It's gonna be unfunny. Let me just put it like that. But he does amazing videos. I'll link his channel in the description, so that you can go check him out. Literally best videos. I think he also posts on Twitter as well, like 5-minute recaps. Delicious, like literally. But yeah, welcome, Fervent, to the stream. Continuing on with Baker's testimony in regards to Austin faking. I think we have like 5 seconds left.
Yes.
Let me go back a little bit because, yeah.
Do you ever write a letter to Monica?
Yes.
Well, let me, before we get there,
all right. So let's just skip from here because there is a reason why I wrote myself to cut down from there. Anyway, let's go back. This is the testimony that they're building up to in regards to when Monica had found out that Baker was the one to have been responsible for the death of Fabio. Let's go into that testimony because this is where I have some thoughts. Let's just let it simmer. Let's let it simmer. Let's hear what he has to say about this because I have a lot of thoughts.
Because if there was anything, how things would progress if something was going on, because I wanted to know for myself. Because if there was anything going on, I needed to get out of town, I would go. So I would just pay attention to what she was talking about.
This is before the arrest.
Yeah, and during, never during. I would never bring it up.
Well, in jail it was brought up, obviously, right?
Whether me doing it or not, no.
Well, you said you learned about the facts and the evidence against you from Monica in part.
Okay, yeah, bits and pieces.
And different people.
And different people.
How did you learn about it from Monica? What kind of things would you say to her?
I would just listen. I would listen. I can't even remember discussion. I was more of a listener than anything.
Would she tell you facts about the case she was learning from her attorneys?
Bits and pieces, yeah. Bits and pieces.
Did she ever tell you that she knew you had killed her husband?
At one point, I kind of figured she figured it out.
When was that?
The day she called me a fucking murderer.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Do you believe him? I don't know, man. I think Trial knows exactly why I actually put up yesterday because I have a huge Let's go back to Chris Gable's testimony for a minute. Because Chris Gable, I'm going to do something, and this never hit me to do ever before, but when all of this is done, I'm going to go through the key moments after we go through all of the evidence and evaluate the closing statements. I'm going to go through the key moments to show why this is a message. I'm gonna write this down because what he just testified to wouldn't make sense in the context that we have already reached at this point, because Chris Gable testified that, well, we got to see her on video. Monica learned that Baker was involved when she was arrested, when the whole ruse was happening. She learned, and then the first thing that she did, and I remember this vividly, the first thing that she did is make excuses for it. And I love Beth Silverman for actually highlighting that, because I don't think I would have even, I don't think it would have hit me to even use the fact that she was making excuses, because that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, why was his day of birth, why was his Baker's 1972, I think is a passcode. Why was she using his passcode to access to? Why was she using his day of birth for his passcode, for her passcode? I'm so bad at this. I had that question, right? I had that question that was permeating in my head. This guy has been found to be the guy to kill, and you are defending the guy. You are basically saying, no, he couldn't be. He can't be his prince. He did cut his hand, all this thing. Why are you making this up? And now we're hearing from him that she called him a murderer. That just doesn't make sense. I don't know. Am I overthinking it? Because I do that quite a bit, but I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, let's continue.
Can you give me a time period after the arrest that occurred?
A year and a half, maybe, into it.
Before then, did you maintain your innocence to her?
I did.
Why?
I didn't want her to know.
What do you think would happen if she knew?
Fucking murderer. I knew she was gonna do that.
Now, after...
Okay, so now I get the play. All right, get him to say that so that it makes it seem like when Monica went back out to basically go out and say it was this and that, she just believed him immediately because she was in love with him. She just wanted the best for him. I get the play. It's not bad from the defense. It's actually not bad. It's actually a very good way to actually remove the involvement, if it is true, because everything is hanging on his credibility. His credibility has to be sanctimonious. Actually, it has to be that of Jesus Christ to actually make you feel like everything that's happening right now is the truth, and he is not testifying and taking a fall for Monica, as we have got to see all through this. Because remember Detective Balderrama, and is it just Balderrama? I think it was going through the kites, and I think they were basically saying, I will take a fall for you, I'll do anything for you, blah blah. That's already in the record, so you have to be the most credible person to say that's not true. What I'm telling you now is true. I'm not taking a fall for her. This is really what happened, because that's gonna be in a jury's mind.
She said
that would have been, or that may have been. We will never know anyway. Let's move on.
To you, did she engage in any further communications with you?
No.
Before she said that, you're aware that there were hours and hours of communications that were recorded.
I do.
During those communications, what were you telling her about the murder?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. It wasn't really us. I don't remember. I really don't. Because we had, like you said, it was hours of conversation, so I don't remember. I talked to her about everything. Everything.
About the evidence?
I try not to make it a point of talking about it. I don't remember even talking about that, bringing it up. I don't remember. I might have. I don't know.
Did you tell her that you would even lie and plead guilty to get her out?
I said that because she felt lost, and I didn't want her to believe that I would. I knew the truth. Only I did. So I wanted to tell her that to make her feel that I would do that.
That you would lie and admit something you didn't do.
This is ballsy from the defense to do that, because it's not like they have much choice, first and foremost, but at the same time they need to also tackle what they have already heard. So getting him to cup to this in his own way might make Monica look like she really was, can I say hamstrung? I don't think that's the right word to use, but she was really was an innocent bystander in all this and just somehow happened to get caught up in all this. I am so interested to see how they explain what we saw from Missy Roberts' testimony, Ray as well, and Curtis Davis. The communications on the day of the murder, the meeting up on the day of the murder. Actually, we didn't see that from Curtis Davis, but the meeting up on the day of the murder. I want to see that explained, because this is great. This is all good. This is all well and good now, but that next part you have to explain away. And the only opening that I see that they could use is how Baker, when he had met with Monica and then she drove off, he was walking kind of weird, as if he just got told, leave me alone kind of thing, you know. Maybe they're gonna go that way. But knowing that Monica didn't testify at all, I think that's likely the reason why she was found guilty. That's what I personally think, because I think her testimony would have changed the course of this. Like, it would have been very interesting. But nonetheless, all of this has just reframed Monica's state of mind, as established earlier, in regards to why she would have gone to Chris Gable, or sorry, the investigators, whoever was connected to the interviews, why she would have gone and tried to justify Baker's behavior. That's all well and good. Reframe that chain of mind. It also reframed every action that she was taking up until the day of the murder. But it just reminded me of the Anna Crescentini testimony, where she said, "I can't believe this is all happening," as if she knew something bad was going to happen. That's the part of the testimony that's ringing in my head, because it corroborates with Mr. Roberts. Mr. Roberts said the same. Like, Mr. Roberts' testimony is more important, more impactful in the sense that Monica deleted the Lifestyle Lounge swingers app that her and Baker were using to communicate. She also she also reinstalled the app before deleting it again. She reinstalled the app to continue communicating with him. So with all this up in the air, I need a lot more context from the defense. I want to see what they do, because I think he is destroying their case right now, in my opinion, because there is so much questions why Monica would marry him then. Why? And they didn't even touch it. They haven't touched it. I'm gonna go to the last part of the testimony that right now, because they didn't even touch the testimony in regards to the marriage between Monica and Baker. But anyway, let's go on to hear the last part of the testimony, where he testified in regards to the detectives wanting just Monica.
There's no other way out. The third one was the proffer deal. What I felt was lack of due process. I felt like it wasn't going my way at all. And the third one was the proffer deal, when I knew that there was no other way out except just go ahead and plead no contest.
Well, you didn't get a proffer deal.
No, they said I didn't. But in that tank, I was told this. When I was in that tank, that's what that lawyer told me. He said, I told them the story, and it was, and he looked at me and said, and I looked at him and I said, they want her and they want a guy, huh? And he goes, I said, can't do it. I would be lying.
So what? You could have gone to trial.
I could have gone to trial.
Why didn't you?
I knew I wasn't going to get it. I knew it wasn't going to work. The due process thing was a problem.
You knew you were guilty.
I knew I was guilty too.
And you knew your DNA was found.
And that's it.
So when you decided to enter a plea, how did you go about doing that?
I just told him to go ahead and tell him I'm going to plead out.
You told your lawyer?
Mm-hmm.
And he told the judge?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So at that point, again, you were not getting any benefit for your entry of the guilty plea, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Did you know at the time that you decided to do that you would be sentenced to life without parole, the most serious sentence you can get in this state other than the death penalty?
I knew I was going to get life, period. I didn't know I was going to get all the extra stuff, but yeah.
When did you find that out?
The day he read the sentence off.
Right. So you thought you were going to be able to get out of jail?
No.
I hate Baker's face too. This is why I love you, Trash, because you just say things that just out of nowhere. I don't know. I hate Baker's face. I'm still creasing over that. But anyway, that's all the testimony. That's literally it. And before, this is how he signed off. I hope I got the right timestamp because I didn't bother writing it, but he did say something. But it's better, rather than me say it, it's better you hear it from him.
Yeah, I don't want to tell on the man at all. Yeah.
You only learned that when we told you that's what he had said.
Yep. I was surprised.
All right, actually, no. Okay, let's. Yeah.
That's not even a true statement. It's not an official statement.
You swore in this case.
This one I'm swearing on this one.
Now you are a convicted murderer, correct?
Yes.
And you committed a heinous crime.
Yeah, I did.
But are you telling the truth about what happened?
It's nothing to lose.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm nothing to
I have nothing to lose. Okay. That's okay. We got that's literally his testimony, right? That's literally it. I don't know. I know there's a lot of inconsistencies, and on the next episode, on episode 16, we're gonna go through his cross-examination because this is the day that Baker met his reckoning. I fucking call it that. I just made that up on the spot. I usually come up with my titles like a day before, but I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it that. This is the day that Baker met his reckoning because the way that his arse was handed to him by Beth Silverman, and I never thought. If you remember back in episode 11, I never thought that Beth Silverman had it in her. Because I remember when I made a comment in regards to Heather Stagel and how she handled Christopher Austin's testimony. And I felt like Heather Stagel was like the boss. The way she even handled Anna Crescentini, like she just didn't care. She just ripped into everyone. Listen, yeah, if you are a white woman, yeah, blonde on top of that, right? And you are up speaking to a black defendant, and you have the transcripts, and you read the transcript verbatim, right? And then you say the N-word, a word I don't even say. I thought nobody could even I don't have a problem with her saying it, by the way, because it's on the transcript. The way she handled all of that, right? The way she handled all of that, I thought there's no way anyone can top this level of savage. On top of seeing how she psychologically destroyed Anna Crescentini, like she just made her feel like the worst human being for even suggesting, for even having the opinion that Fabio and Monica had a great marriage. She made her pay for that. I could not believe what I was seeing. That was Heather. So for me to go and see how Beth Silverman went on there and just made Baker look like a little boy, I can't wait to get into it. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to get into it. But yeah, shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that's here. Every time I look at the screen, I want him to puff. Shout out to I find him annoying. honestly, if I knew him in real life, I probably, me and him, I don't know, we would never be in the same circle. I just never be. I don't know how I'll meet this guy, but we would just never be in the same circle. I just don't see myself being anywhere near this guy. He's such a creep. But anyway, thank you every one of you for tuning in, including the lurkers as well, because I know that you guys were here. Thank you for joining us for this stream. I hope that you did enjoy it, because this case is, I've never seen a case so well handled by the state, and I didn't know what to expect, because I haven't seen this case from when it started. I wish I watched it live, because I went in late. I think I went in on day 24 or 25, so I was very late. But watching it back and going through every day I'm watching it unfold. This is the case that you want the state to be bringing and making sure they stick the landing. What I've seen so far is impressive, and we are going to be continuing on with Baker's testimony on next week, episode 16. Sorry. So yeah, like, I don't know what to make of the trial yet, because I haven't got to the end. So I will reserve my thoughts for all of that. But so far, I think there are some good wins in there for the defense, and there's some, bad, they're just I don't know, some forgettable stuff. Anyway, head over to the ketchupcourt.info. Oh gosh, not that one. I forgot to change over. This is the one. Head over to ketchupcourt.info if you have a case that you want us to take a look at. I don't always. There are cases. There are cases that I may not be aware of. So head over there. Hit me up, email, whatever. Submit it all there, and we will take it from there. Give a brief synopsis. This is where you can also find trial reports of the cases that I do cover. We are covering the au pair murder trial, au pair affair murder trial, Virginia versus Brendan Banfield. Finally got his name right. But yeah, he is a federal agent that has been charged, that has been accused of conspiring to kill his wife and make it look like a sexual assault basically happened, and he shot and he killed the assailant. So it's all unraveling at that trial. I'm watching it with the members going through it live, but there will be a live recap on Tuesday to go through what has been happening for the past 3 days. I'll be doing a live recap on Tuesday before the trial starts, so that you can be up to speed if you were unable to catch any part of day 1 to day 3. I've managed to highlight the most important part. So yeah, head over to ketchupcourt.info for all the trial reports for your favorite cases that may be there that I've covered. Go and check it out. But yeah, I go by the name of Hines, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Source and Order. Bye for now. Thank you everyone for tuning in for another Ketchup Court live stream. Make sure that you smash that like button, as well as hitting that subscribe button to be notified of our future live streams. We go live regularly, bringing you case updates and recaps of ongoing trials, so make sure you hurry back on the next live stream. We also have more content on the channel that you can binge on. Check out the playlist that we have showcasing all of these contents. Without further, I go by the name of Hines, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and I'll see you back in court.